Okay, so ready to dive into the 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma.
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. You sent over these excerpts, and I think there's a lot to unpack here
Lots to unpack.
about how we could all, reach our potential.
Yeah, and I really appreciate how Sharma frames this whole, self-improvement journey through the eyes of these three characters, right?
Yeah.
You've got the struggling entrepreneur, the talented but unsure artist, and then, of course, their mysterious mentor, the spellbinder.
Right. And it makes it so much more relatable and engaging, than just like a dry how-to manual.
Yeah, exactly. You're drawn into their story and you start to see oh, even when things feel impossible, transformation is possible.
Absolutely. And one of the things that really stood out to me was this emphasis on what the spellbinder calls our inner empires.
Oh.
Mindset, heart set, health set, and soul set.
I love that.
Yeah.
These 4 pillars of personal power.
Did any of those resonate with you more than others?
Well, you know what I think he's really getting at is the importance of holistic growth, right? It's not just about, positive thinking or, just focusing on one area of your life. It's about aligning your thoughts, your emotions, your physical well-being, and your sense of purpose.
It's like a 360-degree approach to self-improvement.
It's like hitting the gym for your whole self. I love that analogy.
I love that. I love that. And speaking of pushing yourself, the spellbinder talks a lot about getting outside that comfort zone. And he uses waking up at 5 a.m. as a prime example.
Right.
And it's not so much about the early hour itself, right?
No, it's not about the time.
It's the willingness to embrace discomfort as a catalyst for growth.
Exactly. Because, when we get comfortable, we get complacent.
Absolutely. And that's where things stagnate.
This is where it gets really interesting. Think about your life. Where are your comfort zones potentially holding you back?
Ooh, that's a good one.
What could you achieve if you dared to push past those limits?
Yeah, that's a powerful question I think we should all be asking ourselves.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's get to the heart of the book, the 5 a.m. method.
Okay.
The spellbinder breaks it down into the 20-20-20 formula. You spend 20 minutes on each of these 3 things. Move, reflect, and grow.
I love how structured it is. It's like a recipe for a powerful morning.
Right, and that first 20 minutes move isn't just about, getting your heart rate up.
No, he actually delves into the science of it, right?
Yeah.
He explains how that intense exercise first thing in the morning reduces cortisol, which is your stress hormone.
Oh, wow.
And it primes your brain for optimal function.
So it's not just about, feeling energized. It's about setting the stage for a more focused and productive day.
Exactly.
Then the next 20 minutes is for reflect. And this could be meditation, journaling, or simply just being still.
Yeah, just creating that mental space.
Right. The book has some incredible examples of how reflection can reduce stress, boost clarity, and help you process your emotions.
It's like taking a moment to just breathe and connect with yourself before the day's demands take over.
And then the last 20 minutes of the formula is for grow.
Yeah.
This is where you invest in personal and professional development, reading, learning, skill building, anything that helps you level up.
Exactly. Like investing in yourself.
Right.
To become a better version of yourself.
And what I appreciate is that, Sharma emphasizes you didn't have to tackle all 3 at once.
Right.
Even just incorporating one of these 20-minute blocks into your morning routine
Could make a world of difference.
could make a noticeable difference. What do you think? Would that be manageable?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so too.
Even starting small can have a ripple effect on your whole day.
Absolutely. But even with the best intentions, turning this into a consistent habit can feel daunting.
Yeah.
And that's where the book's 66-day habit installation process comes in.
This is where the rubber meets the road.
Right. Sharma breaks it down into 3 phases: destruction, installation, and integration.
Love it.
Yeah. And he even ties it back to the 5-3-1 creed of the willpower warrior.
Oh, yeah.
Which is essentially like a set of beliefs and principles designed to strengthen your self-discipline.
It's like building mental muscle to support those new habits. It's not a quick fix. It takes consistent effort.
Right.
But the book offers practical tips for making new habits stick. Things like finding an accountability partner, joining a community, or even teaching the habit to others.
I've found accountability partners to be super helpful.
Me too.
Just having someone to check in with and keep you on track.
It makes a huge difference.
It really does. Now, here's a twist.
Okay.
It's a book about waking up early. The spellbinder dedicates an entire chapter to the importance of sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Which might seem counterintuitive.
Right.
but it actually makes perfect sense.
It does, because deep sleep is crucial for everything we've been discussing. Brain health,
Right.
hormone production,
Yeah.
even your ability to focus and be productive during this 5 a.m. winds.
Exactly. He even drops this fascinating statistic.
Okay.
For optimal sleep, you need 5 complete 90-minute cycles.
Wow, so that's like 7.5 hours.
7.5 hours. Are you getting enough sleep to truly function at your best?
It makes you faint.
It really does. And this ties directly into the idea of oscillation, the twin cycles of elite performance.
This is where Sharma introduces the concept of alternating between high excellence cycles.
Right. Periods of intense work and output.
Yes.
And deep refueling cycles.
DRC.
Periods of rest and recovery.
Yes, it's all about finding that balance.
So it's not about pushing yourself 24/7.
No.
It's about recognizing the importance of rest and rejuvenation.
Exactly. When was the last time you truly unplugged?
Ooh, that's a good question. Something we all need to consider.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like really prioritizing that downtime.
Right, and it might mean making some tough choices, setting boundaries, saying no to things that drain your energy, and being intentional about how you spend your time.
It's not being selfish, it's strategic.
It's self-care.
Yes, exactly.
Now we've covered the 5 a.m. method, habit formation, and sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But the book doesn't stop there.
No, there's so much more.
Sharma introduces this whole arsenal of tactics for what he calls lifelong genius.
Oh, yeah, he packs it in.
Yeah, one that really stood out to me was the tight bubble of total focus.
Oh, yes.
This idea of creating a distraction-free environment to do your best, most focused work.
Right, like noise-canceling headphones, a clutter-free workspace, maybe even a do not disturb sign on your door.
What would your tight bubble look like?
Oh, man. Probably a comfy chair and a giant pot of tea.
I like it.
But seriously, though, protecting that creative flow is so important.
It really is. Then there's the 90901 rule.
Okay, tell me about this one.
For the first 90 minutes of your workday, you focus intensely on your single most important task. And you do this for 90 consecutive days.
Wow. So the principle behind this is that consistent, focused effort on your biggest goals yields huge results over time.
Exactly. But I can see how that level of intensity might not be for everyone.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for focus, but 90 minutes straight, that's a challenge.
I know, right? I tend to thrive when I break things down into smaller, more manageable chunks.
And Sharma addresses that too.
Oh, does he?
He introduces the 60-10 method.
Okay, what's that?
Work for 60 minutes, then take a 10-minute break to refresh.
Oh, I like that.
It's all about finding a rhythm that works for you.
Makes sense. Which brings us to the Daily 5 concept.
Ooh, tell me more about this.
At the start of each day, you identify 5 small, achievable tasks
Okay.
that will move you closer to your goals.
So it's about prioritizing.
It's a brilliant way to stay motivated and build momentum.
I love that, because sometimes, you just feel overwhelmed by the big picture.
Totally.
But breaking it down into those smaller steps
Makes it feel less daunting.
Exactly. And, speaking of pushing yourself,
Yeah.
there's one more concept I wanted to touch on.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
The second win workout, or 2WW.
2 workouts a day.
Now, hold on. It's not as extreme as it sounds.
Okay, I'm listening.
The idea is to have a more intense workout in the morning as part of that 20-20-20 formula,
Okay.
and then a lighter, more restorative workout in the evening.
So like a yoga session or a brisk walk after dinner.
Precisely, the book talks about how the 2WW helps reduce stress, improve sleep quality, and even sparks creativity.
Interesting. So it's about integrating movement into your day in a sustainable way.
Exactly, and I think that really speaks to the book's overall message.
Oh, so.
It's not about extreme, it's about finding a rhythm that optimizes your energy, focus, and time.
I love that. What resonated with you the most from the book?
Honestly, it's the emphasis on taking ownership of your life. Realizing that you have the power to design your days, your habits, your entire life in a way that aligns with your values and goals.
I love that.
It's about recognizing that you have the power to make choices that support your well-being and your goals.
It's empowering, right?
Yeah, totally. And it's not about being perfect either.
Right.
Sharma acknowledges that change is hard. There will be setbacks along the way.
There will be bumps in the road.
Yeah, but he reminds us that the journey itself, with all its ups and downs, is where the real growth happens.
It's all part of the process. And he also emphasizes that we're not alone in this journey. The book talks about the importance of community mentorship and surrounding yourself with people who inspire you.
Yeah, finding your tribe, those who will support you and challenge you to become the best version of yourself.
Absolutely. So we've covered a lot of ground today, from the 5 a.m. method and habit formation to the importance of sleep and those powerful tactics for lifelong genius.
It's been quite a deep dive.
It has. What I find so compelling about the 5 a.m. Club is how Sharma blends practical advice with inspiring stories and metaphors.
Yeah, it's not just a self-help book, it's a call to action.
An invitation to create a life that is both fulfilling and successful.
Exactly. And that brings us to a final provocative thought for you.
Okay, hit me.
If you could design your ideal morning routine to maximize your potential, what would it look like?
Ooh, that's a great question to ponder. What habits would you cultivate?
Yeah, what activities would nourish your mind, body, and soul?
What steps could you take starting tomorrow to elevate your life one morning at a time?
This deep dive has just scratched the surface.
It really have.
We encourage you to explore the 5 a.m. Club further and discover how you can unlock your own potential for greatness.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive today. It's been a pleasure exploring these ideas with you.
Likewise.